Hello Lantern fans, this is the Bean Lantern and we're here again with another review of the DC Multiverse Batman Earth 32 and Green Lantern, and it's the Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Now this is from the same line as the John Stewart that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, so we're just going to jump straight in. We're going to take a look first of all at the Hal Jordan because it's pretty much the same as the John Stewart. Only difference obviously is the head sculpt, so we're going to start off with the head sculpt, that looking very nice there, obviously with the hair sculpt there. We've got the mask, which is not just painted on, it's actually moulded, which is very nice. If you get in close you can see the white of the eyes there painted in, and it looks like they've painted in like a sort of black outline as well, so it means you know that you can see the white very clearly, and nice detail there that they added in. Moving further down, the main body is exactly identical to the John Stewart. It's just with some slight different colorations. You've got obviously the detailed lining here and the plating. This whole piece here covering the torso articulation. And obviously the gauntlets, the hands, and the gloves, and all that. But still, you know, it's still a very, very nice figure. Obviously, you've got the Green Lantern ring there. Still the same moulded piece, but they only seem to have painted just the tip of the ring. Would have been nice if they could have just painted. You can see a little bit of the moulded bit of the ring just there. Sorry about my camera focus. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the detail of the ring just underneath the green there, which would have been nice if they painted that a little bit more. Moving down, again, you're seeing most of the same detailing here as the John Stewart figure, exactly the same boots, but still, you know, still very, very, very nice figure. Now, 2 points I want to just point out straight away with my version of this figure. The Green Lantern symbol on the chest is actually a little bit wonky. It's not like completely straight. If I just bring in John real quick so you can see with this straight, you can see that the Green Lantern symbol is a little bit wonky, but it's still, you know, it's not a major gripe. It's not like too bad, but you know, it would have been nice if they'd like straightened it out or anything like that, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Now the second point I'll go as I move on to the articulation. Head articulation, same as the John Stewart's, on a ball joint, so it can do full of 360. You can look up quite a way, and you can look down quite a way again. So you can like totally just look down. Moving on to the arms, it's exactly the same articulation. You've got that rocker joint for the shoulders, the same articulation for the actual shoulders going up. Bicep rotation there, double jointed elbow again for nice range of movement there with the wrists. Again, the gauntlet bits are a separate piece, so they move. And obviously you've got the same pieces at the wrist. Again, sorry about my camera focus, it's really being bad today. Yeah, so you got the wrist articulation there on the joint. Oh, come on. Focus, there we go. So yeah, the wrist articulation there on the same double swivel thing there. So you got the wrist articulation at the wrist itself and the hand, which adds for some nice articulation movement with the hand. Legs, main body, sorry. Again, you know, you've got the ab crunch. You can pull it back. It's on those double ball joints, which is, you know, identical to the John Stewart figure, as I said before. Legs again on the swivel and soft ratchet, so they can go forward that far, they can go back about that far, and you've got the double jointed knee again, just like the arms, so some nice range of movement there. And the feet again on the same double rocker as the wrists, with the same toe joint there as well for some nice stable articulation, maybe some nice poses. Now the major point I wanted to say about my copy, again with the articulation, is on this side of of the figure, his arm, the rocker joint for the shoulder is quite loose. So you can see here, it's quite loose. So you can get it to stay in place, but it like takes some doing. But if you know, the simplest knock will. So if we just stabilize, and the simplest knock will just knock it down. And same again with the actual swivel, like here for the shoulder. It's very, very loose, and you'll see why that's could be a problem as we move on to the accessories. But for the rest of the figure, it is, you know, relatively stable. Although I do have some problems getting him to stand up. I almost sort of have to like move his feet back a little, move his foot back to get him to stand stably. But yeah, it still works, you know. Still nice and secure. So now we're going to move on to the Earth 32 Batman. So we're going to get in close here to the head sculpt. Now I'm going to confess, I don't know much about the Earth 32 Batman. All I know is that obviously it's a version of Batman as a Green Lantern, but I believe that it's actually some kind of villain. It's like a villain version of Batman. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct. Obviously, I'm sure loads of people in the comments will tell me that I'm wrong, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. It's just still, you know, obviously with the grimace of the head sculpt there, and he's looking a little bit undead almost. It's, you know, it just screams a bit villainesque to me, unless, you know, someone knows the reason why that's designed like that. But yeah, again, just nice molded detail in the head sculpt. Obviously, you've got these nice green goggles here with some nice painted eye light bits in the middle there. Nice detail there, and going round the entire head, you can see obviously these pipes coming out. These are like a soft plastic, so as you move the head, they do move. Obviously, I wouldn't advise moving the head too far in any direction, otherwise one of them might snap if you try and do the full rotation of the head. But there's no real reason for you to do the full rotation. But you know, as I said, all the pipes going all the way around there, as I said, soft plastic going all the way around and down the neck as well. These ones are molded in place, so they're a tough one. They obviously don't move, but these ones attached to the head, they do move with the head. But as I said, be careful. Going further down, this nice sort of like shoulder plating area that goes all the way around the figure. It's a nice sort of like, it's almost like a metallic green for this figure, which gives off a nice little shine in the light. Moving further down, moving back to the symbol, sorry. Obviously you've got the Batman symbol there and the Green Lantern symbol chucked on top. Now I'm not sure whether the Green Lantern symbol is like made of a glow-in-the-dark plastic, but here it looks to me like it's made of some kind of almost like translucent plastic, which in a given light will sort of give a little bit of a glow, but not like too much. It doesn't really matter to me. It's just, you know, because it's actually molded in and like stuck in. So what they did, I don't know if you can see, they've obviously molded in the Batman symbol and then cut a bit out of both sides so they can stick the Green Lantern symbol in there with some more molded slotting, which is really nice that they've just made it sort of like fixed in place rather than just painting it over the Batman symbol. So yeah, moving further down, unlike the Hal Jordan figure, which has the special plate covering the torso articulation, this one you have the articulator just there, so you can see. It'll be exactly the same, I think, for both the Hal Jordan and the thing. So you've got this nice sort of just lining molded into the centerpiece in the torso. Again, sort of almost like a darker green, not like the same metallic as the thing, but it's like a darker green, which just adds a little bit of a contrast. Again, some more piping down here, which again, this is fixed, the piping is fixed for here. This one doesn't move, obviously, because the torso bit here is not like connected to anything, so it doesn't really matter. Moving to the arms, again, these are the same. These have the same articulation as the Hal Jordan figure. It's got those rocker joints for the shoulders, but because of the shoulder cover here, the shoulder pad, it doesn't really offer much in terms of movement. But it still has the hinge, so you can put the arm up. Obviously, the shoulder rotates at there. You've got the bicep rotation, as you see. Double jointed elbow again, which is really nice. I love it when they do double jointed elbows because, well, double jointed elbows and knees, because it's like, it just adds so much more to the articulation there. Moving down to the wrists, obviously we've got these gauntlet things here, which are a single molded piece. These ones don't move compared to the Hal Jordan ones and the Jon Stewart ones. And they're done in that same metallic green as the shoulder bit, which is really nice, really stands out. And the wrists, again, are on the same articulating joint as the other two. You can move the wrist all the way around, or you can just move the hand, which is nice and for good articulation. Moving to the other hand, I'm just going to show you the ring. Now, unfortunately, it would have been nice if they had done the gauntlets in green, but done the hands in black, just like the Jon Stewart figures, so that you could have the Green Lantern ring painted in the green again, so that it would make it stand out a bit more. But you know, it's not a major concern. You can still, you know, see that he's got the ring there. It just would have been nice if they had done it that way, so that the ring would like stand out more. But as I said, not a major problem. Moving further down to the waist, you can see again this same metallic green here with a nice little sort of full green belt clasp there, and the belt itself is done in like a nice sort of metallic grey, gunmetal grey I think it's called, going all the way around, which is nice. Legs again, going further down, nice moulded detail, nice lining here. Going further down, the boots. And the boots and the feet are done in that same metallic green, which is really nice. I do love this metallic green. I wish some of the other ones had the same metallic green, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. Nice moulded detail here with the knee pads that stick out. Lining again. And these ones look like proper heavy duty, like combat boots, which just looks so cool, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a pretty decent figure again. And articulation for the legs, obviously same as the others. Moves forward about that far, moves back about that far, can go out. Now this one can sort of do a little bit of the splits, not really, but you know, does it better than Hal or Jon. Double jointed knee, again, as I said, I love it when they do that. Better range of motion. Same joints for the ankle, they're same up and down, side to side, and you know, you can do some more like ankle tiltage if you rotate the this one doesn't like doing it. There we go, some ankle tiltage for the rocker joint there, and again with the same toe joint for some more secure, maybe like crouching poses. So yeah, you know, just a really nice set of Green Lantern figures. If we just focus here. Now they do come with accessories. It came as like one set piece, plus a little extra. So first things first, we're going to show you. It came with this special like base plate that you can stand the figures on in poses. Now it came with the idea that you would pose them facing each other and in a fight. But so I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. But that's that. You can see here on this side, we've got like just some like rock here, and look what looks like a bomb or a missile here with the Green Lantern symbol. I bet you can tell which side this fig goes with this. Which side this goes with the figure. Sorry, getting my words out. Which figure goes with this side? There we go. And on the other side, you can see it looks almost like some kind of tentacle here, if I'm not mistaken, like some sort of like octopus tentacle sort of wrapped round. I'm not entirely sure if that is or if that's some other kind of design, but I don't know. And you've got these like these chains sort of moulded in all the way around. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the side here with the missile is a lighter, more translucent green, a lighter translucent green than this side. This side seems to be like a darker green, which is a nice little effect to sort of symbolise either side. So yeah, so they come with that, and the Earth 32 Batman comes with this little bat construct, which again, seems to be like on these like tentacles, but it like turning into bats at the edges there. So you got 1, 2, and then 3 bats there, and they're all linked. It's all one piece, so you know they don't really come apart. But they are like a soft plastic, but not too soft, so they're not going to break. There are some sharp points. I've just noticed. Just stabbed myself. There's some sharp points littered all around, so I would be careful with those because they can hurt a little. It's just stabbed me a little, not to the point where it's going to draw blood, but obviously if you jab it in quite hard, then it might cause some injury. But yeah, so that's still a nice little molded piece there. I'm just going to put that to one side. Now, Hal Jordan comes with 2 pieces. He comes with this nice little looking jetpack, which has like this like green flame coming out of the bed. The green flame is all one. It's all connected. It's all like it comes out separately, but like connects in the middle, which is kind of okay. It would have been nice if they had some sort of like effect add-on that you could just plug in whether you wanted to or not. But you know, it's still a nice little piece. As we look in closer for the detail, you can see the Green Lantern symbol there in the middle, and some nice sort of like molded detail in the gap here. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but it looks fairly good. You can see like some sort of rivets or whatnot. So yeah, it's a pretty decent little jetpack. Now obviously you can see this has a post here which goes into the back slot here in the back of Hal Jordan, so he can have that and whoosh away if for a little extra boost if you need to. So I'm just going to leave that on him for now as we go through to the other accessory. Actually, I'm going to lay him down because it's easier. And the other accessory he comes with is this special fist cover. So this will go over his fist. There's a hole in there, so you can slot it over his fist like that. But I won't do that just yet because we want to take a closer look. So you can see it looks like some sort of boxing glove, because I've just noticed the sort of like what's the word? The string to tighten the boxing glove there, and it looks sort of almost like it's made out of flame as well, which is a nice little detail there. And again, it's got the Green Lantern symbol on the back of the fist there. So yeah, nice little bit there. And as I said, it can slot over the fist. It's a little bit difficult because you have to get the fist just right, and of course the bit of the gauntlet doesn't help. But once you get it on there, no, I'm going to try that again. Come on. Right, here we go. Okay, so you have to get it lined up just right to slide it on. Now it's not tightly secured, but you can if you just have his arm in a certain position, and this is what I was going to mention, why the swivel of the shoulder being loose is going to be a problem, because it comes when you add that onto the hand, it makes the hand obviously a little bit more heavy, so it's a little bit tricky to get him into the proper pose, like about to punch someone. But you know, it's still fairly decent, you know, leaving it on there. Yeah, I'm sure you could just have him sort of like holding it, like ready to strike, sort of like have him off like that, just ready. You know, still looks cool. So yeah, so there's those 2 accessories. Now I'm going to try and put them both on the stand. So if you'll just bear with me for a couple of moments. So on the stand there are 2. Oh, sorry, knocked the camera there. There are 2 posts. One on this side with a little bit of a foot point, the foothold bit there, which Hal Jordan's foot goes on, and on the other side there is one over here on top of the tentacle for the Earth 32 Batman. So we're just going to go ahead and put Hal Jordan in place first. Now, because of where his foot goes, you want to have it at a bit of an angle. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to bring it up so you can see. So you want to have his foot at a bit of an angle, so it just slots in. The post, the hole in the bottom of this foot doesn't seem to be very big, so it's a little bit tricky to force it on, but you know, you can do it. And obviously you can put the other foot however you like it. I like to sort of put him in sort of like standing position like that, maybe just, you know, ready to punch out the Earth 32 Batman. Oh, the Earth 32 Batman. Obviously, as I said, with the shoulder rocker, it is a little bit tricky to get him to stay with the pose, but that seems to work. Now, with the Earth 32 Batman, what I like to do is obviously put him on the post. I like to have his arm sort of like pointing out like that with the ring arm. And then what you can actually do, it's a little bit tricky to get it to stay securely. What I like to do is to try and attach the bat things to his wrist like this, so that it looks like they're coming out of his hand. It's a little bit tricky to get it secure, but see what I mean? A little bit tricky to get it secure, but once you do, obviously you can just leave it in place as if like they're just coming out of his ring or whatever. Oh, come on. Of course, when the camera is rolling, it doesn't want to do it properly. So yeah, so there we go, and there is the two of them together in like a fighting pose, ready to do battle. So yeah, you know, there is the two figures. So there's them on their stand, obviously, and now I just realised I meant to do the comparison beforehand, so if you'll indulge me for just a few seconds, we're going to transition to the comparisons. Okay, so for the comparisons, I want to start. I only have two comparisons for this one, so I want to start with the older DC Multiverse Jessica Cruz, so you can see how they look together. And again, the scale I think just works really well with these three. And I'm also going to bring out, see if we can get them all in the screen, going to bring out the DC Multiverse John Stewart from my earlier review. So you can see all four of them. Obviously, I know that the Earth 32 Batman, it's a bit wrong standing there, but it's just so you can see all four of these together, so you can see sort of like the scale. So yeah, there's those three. Now I'm just going to bring Hal and John into the spotlight. And again, Hal is going to fall over and, of course, knock over John Stewart so that he knocks over Jess. Let's just pick it back up. Why not? Okay. So, yeah. Closer look at John and Hal. Obviously, as I said, most of the moulded detail is identical. The only differences are the coloration and the head sculpt. So, yeah, you can see the same moulded detail at the front. Although there's a little bit, I've just noticed a little bit of coloration here, because I've just noticed the same section on either side is on the figures is different colours. So you've got green, all green for the front of Hal there, and a little bit of black there for John. So yeah, as I said, same basic moulding for the figures, but the head sculpt and the coloration is obviously different. But yeah, so there we go. So yeah, just a really good pair of Green Lantern figures, in my opinion. I love the articulation for both the figures. I love the little green base plate thing, the constructs, the fist, the jetpack, the bats thing there for the 32 Batman. Obviously with the Hal Jordan, obviously as I mentioned with his arm, is a little bit loose. I wish they just, you know, secured that a little bit tighter. I'm not sure that's going to be a problem with every single version of this figure. It's probably just my copy, but I'm not worried too much. But yeah, if you'd like to purchase this, obviously I bought it from a local comic book store, the same store I bought the John Stewart from. But it is available on Amazon, and I'm sure you can find it on eBay or any other kind of website like that. So I'll leave that link down in the description below. Now I do need to apologise for my next review. I've got something in mind for the next review, but unfortunately I bought it on Etsy and it's handmade, so it's going to take a while to get here. So I might not post that for a while. But hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, please like and subscribe. And so yeah, until we meet again, this is the Bean Lantern signing off.